business.facebook.com. So when I go to business.facebook.com, business Facebook business suite is now Meta Business Suite. That's what I just told you before. It's now they are giving us the info. So I'm going to create a business account afresh so that I will not use any of the account that's already made here. So I'm going to go to create a business account. So I'm going to name it create a Meta business account. I'm going to read this so that I'll explain something. Business account, bring your Facebook page, Instagram account, and the people who work on them together so you can manage them all in one place. Business account name, so it's not like your business name. So I will just call it Hilda Business since it's an account we are using. Hilda Business. So Hilda Business. So I'm going to go next. So I'm going to type the first name, which is Hilda. What is your surname, Hilda?
Innocent.
Innocent. We need an email. We'll use this email to contact you about your business. It won't be visible to your customers. Your contact info will be saved within the business account. You can edit this contact info at any time in business setting. By creating a business account, you are agreeing to Facebook data policy, which is okay. So, what is that your company listing? Hilda Ficus. Hilda. Are you sure that okay? Hilda Ficus TV at gmail.com. So we wait for it. See, my voice is coming out. You're hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. So wait for it to load. Now what next to do? What do you want to claim? What do you want to claim into your business account? Claim your Facebook page, Instagram account, and the rest, blah blah blah. She has access to lots of accounts, so they want her to claim it. So, but I think I'll skip this part. Why? Because I don't want us to work with. I want us to work everything afresh. So I'm going to skip this part. So I'm not going to add any other person, or I can add myself so that I'll be able to access it. Whatever. Let me not do that now. Let me not just make complicate things. So I'm going to go next. So the Ficus, you can edit this account detail later. So I'm going to confirm. Possibly they might send her a mail to confirm that she owns that email before I'll be able to process. So you might go to that mail. Here, you can go to that mail. Any message that is there, just confirm it. But now, no Facebook page or Instagram account linked to this particular thing now. So, but I'm going to add that. But before I add that, I want to create a fresh page for this. So that whatever I'm doing on this fresh page is more like, okay, just a test, right? Maybe we can get rid of it, or we can add Ficus TV on this page, on this, so that we can advertise on Ficus TV from here. But as the case may be, but the procedure remain the same in the sense that if you already have a business page, you can add it to it. If you don't have, you can create and add it to it, as the case may be. So you now assign that business page to it. So if you're creating the account from afresh, it will ask you to add a page that is already existing, that you have full access to the page. The other account he has access to Ficus TV. It's not showing there because he doesn't have full access to Ficus TV. The other one that the names are showing there because he's an admin. It's not just an editor, it's an admin. That's why the names are showing. So any account that you want to add to your business account, sorry, why am I using the word account? Any Facebook account you want to add to your business account on Facebook or Meta Business Suite, you must be an admin. You must be an admin. If not, you'll not be able to access, because you need to have full functionality of the page before you now add it to the business account. So I'm going to create a page before and come back and add it. The process to create a page remain the same. It's very simple. I've created a demo account. It's a demo account, but still real, like my real name was. So I'm going to go to this place. See, it's already showing there. So I'm going to click on this, check. Now I can access it. Okay, it's a new account. No post has been made yet. So that's why it's a recent post, no post like my just normal. So this is a brand new account. Then there's another thing I want to create. I'm going to create, and this is a business account, right? This is like, let me go back to Hilda's account. Let me go back to Hilda's account now. Where is it? Let me go to this place first. First thing first. Have you accepted the listen? Okay. So first thing first. First thing first, please. Very important. This is very important. I don't want to add anybody yet. I can add somebody. You can add like Hilda or any his account. So I can add myself here so that I'll be able to have access to this account. But there's another thing I want us to do quickly. Add account settings. So I'm going to load the add account setup. So automatically they are using her name to create an add account. Are you with me? But I don't want to use this Hilda's, that is her name, her add, like her Facebook name. I don't want to use her Facebook name as the add account. I want to create a different add account so that if I load money into that account, I should be able to use it for wherever I like. I can still use this one. This is an add account too by default too, but I don't want to use this. So I'm going to create a different account that I will be able to use to add fund. I want to run an ad. I will just be using that account. A business account and an ad account is different. And a business account comprises of ad account, business pages, Instagram page, Facebook pages, Instagram pages, every insight about that particular, all the accounts in that particular, all the Facebook account and Instagram account in that business, in that particular business will show. But an ad account is specific. It's specific. So a particular business page, a particular business account could have more than one account. So you could have an ad account for maybe 2 or 3 pages. You could have another ad account for another 2 or 3 pages. But as the case may be, different accounts could be assigned to different pages. So we're going to create a new ad account. We're not going to use the default account that is on his Facebook page. So go back again. Go back to the home. Meta Business Suite. So we're going to look for where we're going to create the account. So click on all. Facebook is customized, so I'm still going to look for where to create this ad account. All right, not the ad manager, I think. Okay, so I need to go back to the business, the business name. So from business setting, I'm going to look for ad accounts. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to bring out all the ad accounts. Right now, this business account we just created for Hilda now does not have an ad account. So Hilda business does not have any ad account yet. Manage your ad account. All the Meta ad accounts you have added to Business Manager will be listed here. So I'm going to click on this and add. I'm not going to add. I'm going to create, because if I say add now, that means there is an existing account somewhere else, so I can add. But I'm not going to add, I'm going to create. So I'm going to click on create. When I click on create, and if a box like this will pop up, so I'm going to name the account Hilda. I'm not going to type it in good Naira account. I'll tell you the reason why I'm naming the Naira account. Hilda business. Let me type business so that it will look unique. Business Naira account. So I'm going to name it Hilda Business Naira account, because the currency I'm going to use is going to be in Naira. I'm not going to use dollars. So I'm going to change the time zone to West Africa. So I'm going to press enter. So I've picked Lagos. The currency, please, is very important. Some of you that have been having issue with currency and the rest, this is where your issue is coming from. If you are setting up an account, or some of you are using your default account like Hilda, like the one when I click on add account in the first page, it brings me back to Hilda's name, because automatically Facebook will create an ad account for you. Will create another. If you have a Facebook profile, to create an ad account for you. That's why you're able to boost in from the front. If not, you'll not be able to boost any post. You'll not be able to do any promotion if your ad account, if you don't have an ad account. That's why some of you cannot even boost your post from the front again. See that ad account is in depth. The original one you have, the default one you have is in depth. So when you try to boost, they say you need to clear your debt and it's in dollar or blah blah blah. You can't do it. So most people, when they meet me, so instead of me clearing their debt for them, what I normally do, I'll create a different ad account and I start running the campaign afresh. So anytime they have their money, they can now clear that debt. So different account, different debt. So the debt you have on the former account, you might not be able to, it might not affect this other account. It might not, depending. Well, it can. If you are owing Facebook in one ad account and you are trying to create another ad account to run an ad, they will not allow you. But if I'm an admin on that ad account, if I'm admin on that business account, I can create an ad account with my own profile and they will allow me to still run ad on that Facebook page and the rest. I hope I'm correct with this info, but I think that is how I normally bypass people that are owing debt, because I run campaign for them with my own ad account, not with their own anymore. So let's look for the currency. We are looking for Naira, right? We're looking for Naira. NGN, Naira. So we're good. So we go next. So this ad account will be used for what? My business. So if I'm going to do it for another business or client, I can do this. So but this is just for this business, because I don't want to. All right, so I'm going to give it what we call universal privileges. So I'm going to select Hilda, the owner of the account. He's the only person on this business account right now. So I'm going to give her universal privileges. So I'm going to give her full control. So when I hit the full control, everything turns good like this one. It goes left, go right, go right, go right. So I now assign. So now the next thing they're going to say, I should add payment. I can skip this process because this ad account is a prepaid account. What I mean by prepaid account is that if I don't have money in this account, I can't run Facebook advertisements. But if I add a payment package, anytime I want to run my ad, all I need to go is to go to Facebook. Just if I have money in that account, just click like 2 or 3 buttons and they have credited my account. So normally Nigeria Naira, they are trying to tell me, okay, I'm in Nigeria, country Nigeria, currency is Nigeria. So they're going to pop up this for me. So I can add Naira this. Go next. I don't have any ad credits, so I can just go next. I just want to show you this. Now that I'm going to add my account. So they're going to say optional, so I'm going to skip. So this is the amount I want to add, but I'm not going to add this amount. Let me just say 500. Let me just say 500 and see. Just want to just go through the process. So in case you are clicking, there's anything I want to show you here. So I think it's the same thing. So I'm going to cancel. I'm not going to add. Now, right now we have an ad account attached to this business. How do we see? So we're going to click here again, refresh the page, click this part again. No, let me go back. Let me come back. So where is the ad account we'll create? No. Okay, look at it here. Here's that business Naira account. Hilda has privilege because Hilda Innocent has privilege already because she's the owner of the Facebook page we are using. So now we can also add pages so that anytime I want to run an ad, this is the page, the default page that will come up. So since we already have page in there, because I'm going to add the Austin Okolo webinar. Hey, it pops up because it's already here. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to add page. So I'm going to add page. So I'm going to close. So we have, if you go to the page, we have Austin Okolo webinar, and Hilda also have the privilege to that page since he's the owner of the Facebook account you are using. If you go to the other account, you have Hilda business account. Go to the page, you have Hilda business account. So that means that you can start running campaign with this business suite. So this process I've just passed through. I've created a business account, I have created an ad account, I have created a Facebook page, although I didn't show you the process of creating Facebook, which is everybody knows how to, and I've also added the business page to the account. So the account is ready for advertising. So the next thing we need to do is to add fund. Remember the first time when we were creating the ad account, they were telling us to add payment info. That means they are asking us to put our credit card or debit card on Facebook. But I told you I'm going to skip that because this is not my account, this is not my laptop, this is somebody else's account, this is the office laptop, this is not my Facebook page. So I'm not going to add my credit card or my debit card, so I don't know who is going to access this computer later. So I'm just going to skip this part. So what I want to do now, I'm going to add fund. I'm going to add fund. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the home page again. I'm going to go back to the home page again. So when I go back to that home page, I'll go to all tools. So I'm going to go to billing. So I'm going to add money. I think I can do this with 500 naira. So when I open billing, this is very important. Listen to me and listen very carefully. This is very important. Make sure your payment setting, it's Hilda business account, business naira account. That is the other account you just created. So if you have more than one account, you see them all listed here. See that listed here. But since I want to credit this account for me to run an ad, I want to make sure I am on the right business, I'm on the right ad account. If not, you just go and credit somebody else ad account, maybe an account that is listed on this business accounts. I'm using accounts interchangeably, but just understand that when I say business account, I mean it's an account that comprises your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your ad accounts, everything about all your activities business wise on Facebook. But when I'm talking about ad account, I'm not talking about a specific account that you can use to start running and advertising. So that account will have something like a bank account, like a portfolio, a wallet, which you can store money on it. So when you start running your ads, the money will be deducted from that wallet. That is what I mean. So they want to credit our wallet now so that you can run ad. Because this account is this ad account is a prepaid account. By default, I think it's a prepaid account. You need to have money, like if I say the available balance is 00 naira, you need to have money on this account before you can start running ad. If not, your ad will not be published. It will not be published. Since it's a prepaid, what I mean by prepaid, that you need to have money that can before you start running. So I'm going to add fund. If I click add fund now, the similar page that pops up when I was trying to create the account will pop up, but this time around it will just be direct. So I'm going to add like 500 naira. Let me add 500. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to click this. Now this is the two important parts. This is the most important part when you are creating ad with a business account. So make sure you are selecting Naira payment with Masters to Vista. PayU is a South African payment gateway platform. They have a company in South Africa, and Facebook is using them. Sometimes Facebook will remove them from their platform, sometimes they will bring them back, but they use them because it's African and they understand African architecture, kind of blah blah blah. So they are like an escrow which you can use to fund your Facebook account. So if you are using the first one, that means you're going to bypass the escrow, but this might have issue if your account is not standardized for online transaction. But for this, if your account, you use your account for wherever online in Nigeria, not even outside Nigeria, this will go through. Now I wonder why Paystack have not talked to Facebook so that they can add them to the list of the account holder, because this is whole lots of business here for this business PayU. So I'm going to add fund using the second option. So this will pop up. I'll continue. You can read, but me, I've read them over and over. Read though, in case they're telling you that they're going to do this, do this. Know that what they are taking your money for. So I'm going to select this whether I like it or not. So remember, you're showing 500. If you type 500,000 and you have 500,000 in your account, that means you credit Facebook 500,000. If you type 5,000 and it's 500 you wanted to tap, so make sure the money is showing, amount due is showing. So I'm going to type my card. I've added the detail I wanted to add. So the next one will be for me to authenticate it with my phone. So I'm going to check this box. Please check this box to indicate that you have read and agreed with the information listed above. So they're going to send something to my phone. You're going to hear it now. Okay, it's muted, so you're not even here. Let me unmute it. You hear that sound? So that is the sound of the token sent to me. So if you this one you not see it. 780. So when I submit it now, the money will be loaded into the account. This money I'm loading, I'm going to use it to run an ad, but not for this particular page. So continue. So 500 naira added to your prepaid balance. So it's going to refresh, and my balance is going to turn from 00 to 499.99. So Facebook now don't even collect their own share. So that is those things they were telling you to read initially that you refuse to read. So 499.999 is my account now. With this, I can run a Facebook advertisement. Remember, I told you I'm going to do something called custom audience. Custom audience is a type of audience that if you create this custom audience, you're going to be having a very small limited number of people that you can be reaching consistently for over a month or 2 or 3 months, that they'll be seeing you. You know, business out of sight is out of mind. For business it's even more terrible. You need to stay in the face of people for them to contact you, no matter how good your product and services is. That is what Facebook custom audience advertisement is. So all the people that you know, you're going to stay in their face on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google, on everywhere. So wherever they open, they'll just be seeing you. So I've added the font, so I'm going to run an ad with this money. So to create an ad, I'll go back to my ad manager. You can click here, come down to this part, look for ad manager. I'm going to click on it. After funding, you now have the power to run an ad. You have the power to start running an ad. So remember, make sure this ad account is what is up. If not, if you try, because this is where the money went to. So if you try to send it somewhere else, do your business, this is very important, do your business either business focus on politics or an advocate for issue of national importance. We use this information to improve the quality of your ad. It's a lie. They are trying to push you into something that they will require you to put your passport. Please always say no. You are not running a campaign. So during campaign, if you are going to be doing campaign for a politician, you need to come and verify your account. Yes, like me now, I'm a verified Facebook advertiser. Yes, I'm verified, so I can run a campaign for politician without them blocking my account. But if you that is not verified, try it, they'll block you. So if you say yes, they'll take you through the process of verification. So say no for now and let's proceed. So I'm going to create an account. We need to confirm few details about your account before you can publish an ad. You can either go to the account overview to confirm this info before you start creating, or do it later. So but I'm gonna go there now and do it because I don't want any issue. So I'm going to click OK. Let me see. So they say I should confirm business is required to run ad. It will appear in your ad as a brand or business you're promoting. You have access to one or more pages. You will choose from your full list of page later, but this one can't find this page. No, I'm going to confirm this. This is the one I want, so I'm going to confirm. So as simple as that, is confirmed. They haven't written me good morning Hilda, here's what's happening with your ad account today. But now they now say congratulations on completing your setup. Now it's time to create your first campaign. Once it's up and running, you can check weekly performance. Remember, they say you can check what is well and running. So that means you don't just push an ad. You don't just push an ad and just go and sleep. You need to check the performance. So I'm going to go back and run my ad again. I believe I will not be stopped again. So I'm going to create. See now, this is a personalized This is personalized. Mine is different. That's why I say I want to use a fresh account. If it's my own I'm opening now, it will look different. So choose from 6 to simplify objective. Well, this is what we call, these are campaigns objective. Either you're running an awareness, you're running traffic, you're running engagement, you're running leads, you're running app promotion, you're running sales. Now, the normal level is to take it. This is more like a click funnel. Well, sorry, a funnel for sales, right? Now, an ad campaign, let me just say this from sales perspective. No, it's not a sales training, but I just need to, because anything you are doing in a solopreneur, like a one-man business, you are eventually the campaign manager, you are the marketer, you are the sales rep, you are the customer relationship, you are everything in your business. So normally a ad campaign is more like a sales funnel, and a sales funnel largely comprises of awareness. I think awareness. What are the 3 things in strength that day?
Awareness,
Consideration and conversion.
conversion.
So yes, awareness, consideration, and conversion. So those are the 3 stages we talk about the first class. So if you don't have that video, make sure you get it downloaded so that you'll be able to understand what I want to say now. So a campaign has an awareness stage which nobody knows you, so you need to show them some things. Okay, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I'm talking about, this is what I'm blah blah blah, this is what I'm talking about. Then after you have done the awareness, you now say, okay, you have heard about me, why don't you check my website to see what I have to offer. Then you now start running another ad that will show them website. Remember, the awareness campaign is more like an engagement campaign, but this time around, awareness, like, they don't need to take any action. All they need to see your video, see your photo, then move on. See your video, see your photo, then they don't need to click anything. So in the second part, you are now telling them, please go to my website, come to my WhatsApp, let's talk. Go to my message and send me a message. So you are sending them traffic to destination. So say, look at the traffic, look at the down part, the traffic. Some people send people to a destination like your website, app, Facebook event, and so on. Good for link click, landing page view. So those are those things. Engagement is more like, okay, I sent you to my website before. Now I want to show you some of my videos, show you some of my photos, and I want you to see whether you like them or like my page. Those are those things. Message me, view my video, like, comment, and share. Oh, this my content is good, share. Leads is like, okay, I've shown you enough, I've talked to you enough. There's this form I want you to just fill. It's an instant form. It's a very short form. Facebook has what we call a lead form. I'm not going to talk about that in this. Take almost a whole day. So you now create those forms, send it out as an ad. When people see those ads, they'll now give you the information either to call them back or to sign up for your training. App promotion, if you have an app and you want them to install app event and the rest. So sales is more like, okay, I've done almost everything from beginning to the end. Now I need your money. This is what I'm selling. Give me money. Talk to me now. Give me money. Find people likely to purchase your product and services. That means an ad campaign, except you have already reached some certain number of people already, you are not supposed to jump the loop. But I can tell you how you can actually jump the loop and start something. You can actually start with engagement, like let people see your post, let them like it, let them comment, let them share, let them say whatever is in their mind. Or you can actually create a lead form, send them something free, and let them just give you the information. Then later you can now start doing your sales, conversion, and catalogs and the rest. But we're going to do for this an engagement account. So that is what we're going to start with. So all right, so we're going to start an engagement campaign. It's a very simple one. So I'm going to continue. It's going to pop this window for me. The first thing you're seeing here, you're seeing 3 things there. You're seeing engagement campaign, new engagement ad campaign. So I'm going to rename it. So I'm going to name it something that is unique. By the front, I'll just leave the campaign. So I'm going to add. What can I add now? What campaign can I run? Free webinar. One campaign. Let's assume I'm going to do like 4-5 webinar before I sell to people. So I'm going to say free webinar campaign 1. So I'm going to copy this so that all of them will have the same unique name. So on the campaign level setting, I'll leave everything, leave the auction, leave the engagement, the campaign objective, engagement, campaigns limits, spending limits. So this spending limit is more like if I don't want them to overblow my budget. I just want to cap it. So I just want them to spend. No, it's only 500 that is there. So and it's just for a day, so I might not even touch it. So I'll go next. So I don't need to put limit, but you can add your limit. You can edit and add your limit. So okay, maybe you have like 20,000 in your account. So okay, this particular one, I just want to use 10,000 to run in. So I just put 10,000 there, and the thing will just go on. So the next one is A/B testing. A/B testing is now like maybe I'm going to run 2 campaigns, and these 2 campaigns we have 2 copy. One will have a different text, another one will have a different text, or two different campaign. One will have different picture, another one will have different picture. So test the one that performs better. But remember that you are testing too. So and the test, I think the minimum number of days you can test for a campaign is like 3 days, 72 hours. It's 3 days. So I'm not going to do an A/B test. I'm going to assume I'll test while I'm working. I don't have so much money to test. So if I'm doing 72 hours, that means I need to have 3,000 in this account. But you have just 500 naira, so we're going to move on. So I'm going to turn this campaign budget optimization on. Very important, so that Facebook, if you start running your ad, Facebook will be able to see the most performing, your most performing ad sets, like the location that you put, or maybe the age bracket that you put, and redirect your ad to more of those people. So if more people, if like the age bracket of 25 to 34 are the one clicking on your link, or are the one engaging with your post, this is an engagement ad, so are the one engaging more with your post, are the one that are liking, that sharing. So instead of them start distributing to people of 60 to 80, since your budget is very small, they're going to streamline your budget to those number of people, because they have lots of them. So they'll now start pushing you out to more of those type of people that are liking and are commenting on your post, for them to take more action. So I'm going to turn this CBO, I call it CBO, campaign budget optimization. It's very important. So but remember your budget daily. I think daily now is like 415, 418. So but I'm going to type, let's say 420. So let me have some money. Let me not blow out the budget. So this campaign bid strategy, lowest cost. This is another important part. If you don't want like biddings, like you're bidding for position, right? Just like your TV ad, you bid for slots. Like if there's a if like now, if on TV right now, they don't really do that again. I don't know that they still do it. If on a particular program there are some adverts, like now if a TV is doing a particular program, let me use TV so that you'll be able to understand what I mean. If a TV is doing a particular program and they are asking for adverts, so they might take the highest bidder, like Big Brother Nigeria. They might take the highest bidder. Let me use Big Brother Nigeria, you'll be able to understand. No, the last Big Brother Nigeria was sponsored. I think the gold sponsor was what? Abeg. It's Abeg. Okay, Patricia and Abeg, but Abeg is the ultimate, because Patricia, so later they started advertising Patricia more. Now Abeg, it was bidding. What I mean by bidding is that the person that gave them the highest money is the person that will give that particular gold, like the ultimate sponsor. So if Abeg, maybe I don't know, people are saying 2 billion, 3 billion, we don't know the exact amount, so just speculation. But let's assume it's 2 billion. So that means if Glow comes with 1.5 billion and Patricia say okay, I bet Big Brother Nigeria will now tell all of them, say look, the highest bidder, Glow now say okay, how 1.5, another person will now say 1.8, like the bidding that you normally know. Then Abeg will now say 2 billion. Everybody will now keep quiet, because maybe Glow now say for what? Wetin una go give me? Those kind of talk now, like just Abeg, leave am, let it go. So because of the bidding process, Abeg now becomes the number one advertiser on Big Brother Nigeria. That's why there are pictures, there are video everywhere on the program. The same thing applies to your Facebook campaign. if your bidding strategy is the lowest cost, what is going to happen is this: they are going to make sure they pass your ad across, but they are not going to force it through. So if I come here and I edit this and I say, okay, my bidding should be cost control, and I go, cost control, and cost cap. Cost cap, control your cost while getting the most volume of get the most result for your budget. Order bidding. So I say order bidding, bid cap, and I continue. If you change your bidding strategy to reset any bidding strategy amount you enter at the end. I don't want to do this because most of you will not do it. If there is a specific ad you are going to run, you are going to make sure you put high amount. Your bidding should be very, very high. You need to know, but first, before you even bid, this is the point. You don't even know how much Facebook is even charging for an engagement. Like, you need to know how much they are charging for an engagement per se. Most time, engagement ad, normally depending on the nature of the ad, like let's assume it's an entertainment ad, most time is less than a naira. So imagine me, I'm running an entertainment ad and I say, okay, I want to bid, I want to be putting every engagement, any like I get on this post should be 2 naira or 3 naira. What is going to happen is that Facebook is going to force that ad to people to bid. That means they are going to, you that say lowest cost, they are going to make sure you come second before this person that say 2 naira. So what is happening is that when the person that say 2 naira, they are going to make sure their ad is being shown first before yours, because then they strategically say they want to increase the amount of money they want to use for bidding. But you that say lowest cost, what Facebook is going to do, they're going to make sure they do it gently. Okay, if I push it to these people, they might not like. I'll push it to these people, they might not. So they'll now be pushing it to people that like easily, because they want you to not to overspend or to blow your budget. But if you're using the bidding strategy, 2 things going to happen. It's going to increase your costs. It's going to increase, most definitely you're going to burn out your cash faster because it's a prepaid kind of system. But for this, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to put it back to the lowest costs. I'm going to put it back to the lowest costs. With this lowest cost, I know that they're going to make sure they pass my ad across to the places that I will not spend too much. So I'm going to move next. Remember, I copied the ad set, so I'm going to remove this new engagement and paste it again. Webinar, free webinar 1 ad set. I just want all of them to have the same unique name. So on this ad set, you have your conversion location. Select the location you want to convert. You select the location you want the customer action to be taken on your ad, message app, website. This is totally different. Facebook page. Remember, it's a campaign. This is totally different. Sending people to your Facebook page. Now, this is totally different. If I'm the one doing this ad on my own, I don't used to see this, but I know I understand it, because remember I said the principle are the same. Facebook customize everything based on individuals. Mine is totally different. I will not say something like that. I'm not even saying something like that. As a matter of fact, whatever I'm saying now, it's more like the first time I'm saying them. But I understand the principle that Facebook advertisement work, because I've been doing it for over the years. So I'm not going to pick any of these because the engagement type here is video views. That is not what I want. All I want is my post engagement. I want people to like, share. So it's going to be, select the location you want your customer to take action on your ad. Possibly it's going to be on the ad. So then the budget and schedule. We already scheduled our budget before. If at all you didn't do the CBO, remember what the CBO is. Let me go back and show you again. If you can remember the acronym, the campaign budget optimization, CBO. Your CBO, if this is turned on, if you get to this part now, you now type the amount you want to put. So that means what you are telling Facebook that from this also days to this also day, blow this budget anyhow you like. So they'll just be distributing your ad anyhow, because you didn't say they should optimize it for you. If you say they should optimize it for you, what is going to happen is that if so a particular set of people or a particular location, maybe you are distributing your ad to 4 states, they discover that maybe you are distributing your ad to 4 states: Lagos, Abuja, Kano, and Ilori, and Niger State. let's assume those 4 locations, and they discover that people in Abuja are interacting with your ad more. Instead of them to keep distributing, scattering everything to Abuja, to the 4 states, they will now rechannel the ad now to Abuja more, so that people that they are talking, respond. It matters when it comes to advertising, right? Yeah, respond is very important. Feedback is very important. To get a feedback when you are doing something, you are seeing people, they are responding. You are getting the, okay, these people, they like this thing I'm talking about, so you keep talking. So that is what Facebook does. They see that a lot of people are responding to your ad more in the particular location because you turn on your CBO. They are going to make sure they channel those things to that part. So I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to move on. There's no end date. If the money finish, may the ad stop. That's what I mean. Then we get to the location. By default, the location is Nigeria. This other part, let's not worry about. Define who wants to see your ad in the audience. So the audience part now, by default, the location is Nigeria. But we are not with 500 naira. I want to read the whole Nigeria. Well, it's still possible. You have to be realistic. Usual Port Harcourt, 500 naira is too small. Yes, 1.8 million, 500 naira. You see the difference now? Oh, come on. So that means you have to be very realistic. Like, you have to know where you want to go. That's why I said if you are doing a very low budget, this is where the training comes about. If you are doing a very low budget, you need to optimize. You need to use custom audience. You need to segregate. You need to like streamline your audience to the point that you have fewer people. So even though they are charging you 30 naira per engagement or 20 naira per engagement, they are showing you to people that already, you understand, that will interact with your ad or that will respond to you, not them blasting it to 1.8 million. Imagine blasting 500 to 1.8 million. That means they will just be scattering the whole thing. You might need to run 500, you might need to run an ad for at least 2 months or 3 months before you start having results with 500 naira, even to Port Harcourt. Yeah, that is what I mean. But that is why the essence of this training. I'm going to show you how you can actually use small amounts of money to push your ad to people that can respond to your ad and convert almost immediately, which is what we all need, right? So, but with this location, I'm going to pick just one location. So I'm going to click on that edit, then come back to this part, search. I'm going to search Port Harcourt. I'll just type Port Harcourt. As soon as I type, it will come up. So I select it. The radius is still large. I'm going to say current city only, so that you just pick only people in Port Harcourt. Look at the numbers I'm talking about. 1.2 million to 1.4 million with 500 naira. That is almost unrealistic. So even with this age, it's still unrealistic. But I'm just going to allow it fly. Gender, you can leave it male and female. Demograph, I'm not going to talk about the demograph so much. Like, there is something initial stage of me learning this trade. People always say you need to detail your targeting. I don't do that. I run Facebook and Instagram ad and everything like TV ad. Let it touch everybody. It's just for me to go and look for the money. It should touch everybody. Too much detailing is what is even causing many people. They are losing money on Facebook and Instagram. You detail too much. So what I will likely do, I will rather work with my location and my age bracket rather than me creating people that like comedy, people that like this one, people that like business, especially for business. Trust me, especially for business. Business people does not even visit business pages. How many of you know that? Yeah. Business, most people that does business, they don't even read. They don't even read article on Facebook about business. They don't do anything. Most of them spend most of their time on comedy channels. Look, an average businessman during his break, even me too. I will not say, okay, I'm like a serious one that goes to a business page and start reading article. During my break, sometimes I open my phone and just scan through Facebook videos. I'll be watching comedy. Once ad will pop up, and their business I will skip those ads safe. Yes, that is normal thing. So that means you now start targeting people that visited Dangote refinery. You now start people that visited Glow, people that visited Glow page, people that visited MTN page. How many people visited the MTN page on Facebook? So you now discover you now be streamlining yourself. The number we are talking about is not even in billions. So it's small number. 1.2 million for advert is very small. If there is time, I'll tell you what is the ratio of conversion when it comes to ads. 0.1, that is realistic ratio. So do 0.1 of this number that is here. You discover that it's not up to 0.1%. What is 0? Do the math. Let me do the math. Let's do. It's not 10%. What are you talking about? You know it's 10%. 0.1%. That's what I'm divided by 100 equal to multiply by 1200000 equal to 1,200 people. For me to have a conversion of 1,200 people, I need to talk to 1.2 million people. They need to see my ad at least 5 to 6 times. If they have had me before, if they have not had me before, they need to see my ad 20 to 25 times to 30 times over and over. So what I'm trying to say, instead of you doing detailed targeting and the rest, work with your age, because especially in Nigeria, this training is for Nigeria first. Especially in Nigeria, work with your age, your gender, and maybe in a special cases, that's when you should use detailed targeting. I'm not saying detailed targeting is off entirely, but I'm saying that when you are working with a very tight budget, even with a big budget, please go after the numbers. That's what I'm saying. Go after the numbers. So if I start changing the age now, the gender now, this number will start dropping. This is the same thing that detailed targeting will do for you. If I'm even doing any detailed targeting right now, I'll even go for comedy. Yeah, comedy and food. Yes, those are those two things that people can't resist when it comes to internet. So I can target those. Instead of me going to target businessmen, businesswomen, people that visited it, people that visited that, people that like toy, people that like dollar, people that buy from Jumia, people that don't buy from Jumia. Those information, the detail are not too defined. So use age, use gender, use your location. Sometimes I use location too. So make sure you're streamlining your campaign based on age, gender, and location before you enter detailed targeting. You can use detailed targeting if it's extremely required. This is beyond this training. Thank you and God bless you. So let's move ahead. So now after you are done with all your settings, this is one thing I normally do. After I've done, maybe I've set River State, I change my age bracket. Remember I said I'm going to change this age bracket to 24 or 20. Sometimes I target below. I'm just giving, that one I gave is an instance of hotels or what is the name? Restaurants. So I can just say 24 to 50. I can say 24 to 50. 24 to 50. See that the number will start dropping. We have less than 1 million now. If I change the gender to women now, we'll have less than, the number will still keep dropping. So this is almost the same like detailed targeting. Instead of me going to do detailed targeting, I'd rather do this. So now when I'm done with all these things, let me click there. When I'm done with all this, connection all people, save. I can save this. So I can save with a unique name. I'm not going to save it with this name. I can say Port Harcourt PH with a unique name 24 to 50. PH 24 to 50. So I can name it like this so that the next time I'm running my ad, I don't need to start doing, I'll just pick this one. PH 24 to 50, save. So it's going to save this for me for next ad. So the next thing you see is your placement. This is another part I'll need to talk about a little again. Now I'm going to go to manual. I'm not going to run the ad generally on Facebook Audience Network and Instagram. Now if I remove Instagram and I remove Audience Network, you discover that you have less than 800,000 persons. Let me put back the Audience Network, put back the Instagram, remove Facebook. Let me remove Facebook and Audience. Let's see how many people on Instagram. Discover that 24 to 50 years old on Facebook, on Instagram is less than 300,000. Are you seeing it now? So if you're running your ad in Port Harcourt on Facebook with this detail, you now discover that your cost will be very, very high, because the smaller the number of people you are reaching, the more expensive that ad will be. That's why custom advert is more expensive, but it converts better. It's not about the cost. So if you know you have guaranteed that you're going to spend 50,000, you're guaranteed, that is 100% guarantee. You're going to spend 50,000. At the end of the campaign, you're going to make 500,000, which is almost impossible. Especially except you are doing a business that the profit is like 100% margin. So let's assume 50,000 for 200,000. More realistic. You invest, right? So if you start targeting this now, what is going to happen is that it's going to cost you more, but but the conversion will be more realistic. Like you, because the number are fewer, believing that the people that you are talking to, they are the people that you want. So, but I'm not going to target Instagram people. I'm going to remove Instagram. I'm going to target only Facebook for this ad. The reason be that I know money follows where people are. Where the numbers are, I say this at the first class. So where the first class, where there are more people, there is money there. You can target everywhere. It doesn't matter Instagram, but I think most times what I normally, that is the word the detailing means. For me, that is my own detail targeting. That is what my own detail target. For me, I will not push my ad to everywhere and everybody. I will streamline it to people that will act on it quickly. So I go to Facebook where I have numbers. Scroll down. I'm going. What creative am I going to use for this advert? When I mean creative, whether video or photo. So I'm going to use video, which is because it's a video marketing course. So I'm going to use video. I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm using video. You can use photo, but I'm going to use video. The reason I'm using video is for retargeting, remarketing, lots of custom. When I enter custom audience, I'll explain more. So marketing. So I'm going to remove. Or I can even leave everything. Let me not remove anything. Let me not bother myself much. So I'm going to go next to the creative. So I'm going to type free webinar 1. I'm going to replace this again to free webinar 1 ad. Now this is where I'll pick the Facebook page, Austin Okolo webinar. Remember we created this page. I'm going to delete that page soon. So I'm going to use existing posts. I'm going to use existing posts. So the next thing I need to do is to The next thing I need to do is to create a post because it's an engagement ad, right? I'm going to create posts. So I can create an ad, but I'm going to use existing posts, just like the way you people boost. So I'm going to create a post. So I'm going to click on this, create posts. So this pops up. So I'm going to type anything. My copy needs to be defined. It has call to action. I can maybe post like 5. Okay. Okay, you want me to use that? Okay. Learn how to use super power custom audience Facebook. I'm a terrible typer. Facebook ad. Let's assume I type other thing. Then I go to select pictures and video. So I'm creating a post from here. So I look for video. There are videos in this place. I don't have any video here. Let me go to our videos. Where our video is on this system. Jobs. Go to render video. I don't want to pick a video that is so large. Let me use any of these. It's just for no. I just want to use. And now the length of the video matters, and I'm just using this as an illustration. I'm not going to run this ad per se. I just want to run it. As soon as they approve the ad, I cut. And I'm going to stop it. I'm going to use this money to run a real campaign on any account that she can have access to on this thing. So I'm going to type anything. The title. This one is just video title. So the title has to be almost the same thing. Learn how to use superpower Learn how to use superpower custom audience. Learn how to use super power custom audience Facebook advert. So let's just assume I'm done. So my description has to be very descriptive. So I'm not going to bother myself about this so much. So I'll just type anything. I like the thumbnail that I'm seeing, so I like this one. So just pick your thumbnail. It should be distinctive. It should be very unique. So I'm going to publish the posts. So this will be published on your page. See that the advert is not long. It's not long, 3 minutes. The tag is not there, but just an illustration. If you are running an advert on Facebook and you want to use it to do retargeting, it should be at least 1 minute. So it can be more than 1 minute. It can be like 2 minutes, so that you'll be able to know the number, because the length anybody watch your video has a lot to tell about the person's too. When it comes to remarketing and retargeting, the length the person watched a particular video has a lot to tell. So I'm going to go back again. I'm going to select the posts. So I'm going to refresh. We have to wait. Since it's a video, we have to just give it a while for the video to be published. So they need to check the video for nudity. They need to check the video for copyright infringement and the rest before they will now approve it. So normally it doesn't take time. Maybe since the video is not that long, so normally if I check again, it might be available now for me to use. So it's available now for me to use. Free webinar. I'm going to continue. So the error I'm seeing here will be off. So they'll now show me the locations which the ad will be published. The feed is number 1. The second one is market audience, Facebook news feed. News feed is like your normal when you're browsing Facebook. Facebook video feed is like your Facebook watch. In-stream is like, in-stream like your normal search. When people search anything about maybe advertising, anything that has to do with this thing I wrote here, training and the rest, webinar, this video will pop out. So in article, when people are reading article on this thing, they will see stuff like this. So after I have done that, these are like thumbnail, how it will look like when it's being published on Facebook as an ad. So after I'm done that, I can now publish my ad. As simple as this, you have done creating your adverts. Simple as this. So with this now, my ad is complete. It's showing me processing. I'm going to go back, cancel this, go to the top left, follow my mouse please. So I'm going to go to the campaign, deselect this, deselect this, deselect this. So I'm going to check here. So sometimes you see no ad. Sometimes when you go back to your campaign, please make sure you are on the campaign, you are clicking here, you see no ad. The reason be that it's still publishing. Look at it down, 4/4, it's still publishing. Sometimes what I normally do, either I leave it or I just refresh the page. So sometimes I leave it for it to finish publishing. So let's leave it for it to finish publishing. But whatever it is, when you come back, you'll be showing you processing. So I'm not going to leave it to finish publishing. I'm going to refresh it. I don't have that time, so I'm going to refresh. When I refresh, it will show me processing or in review. So it's showing me delivery is in review. When they are finished reviewing it, they will now approve it. Then the ad will start running. So the next